You can tell a good director in about 5 minutes. Doesn't take longer. If you've been around at all, you spot a director in 5 minutes.
Richard Widmark may have had a charming smile on screen, but off camera, he was known for something else entirely: his brutal honesty. The Hollywood legend, famous for his tough guy roles, carried the same no-nonsense attitude into his real life. Over the years, Widmark didn't hold back when it came to naming the co-stars and directors he couldn't stand working with. His bluntness exposed the tension, ego, and drama that defined much of old Hollywood, and his words still shock fans today. One of the first names on his list was director Henry Hathaway. Hathaway's reputation was legendary in Hollywood: strict, loud, and demanding. To him, a film set was like a battlefield, and he expected his cast and crew to obey orders without question. Widmark, who starred in Hathaway's Garden of Evil and The Last Wagon, often clashed with this approach. Scenes were repeated endlessly, and Hathaway's berating of actors left Widmark furious. Though he respected the results, he loathed the process, even calling Hathaway a son of A in later interviews. Their professional success masked personal misery, and their relationship came to define the clash between artistry and authoritarian control in mid-century Hollywood. But it wasn't just directors who drew Widmark's fire. His feud with John Wayne on the Alamo became one of Hollywood's most infamous behind-the-scenes battles. Wayne cast Widmark as Jim Bowie, but Widmark never wanted the role. From the beginning, he resented Wayne's overbearing directing style. Wayne demanded absolute control of the production, dismissing Widmark's input at every turn. Their differences extended beyond the set as well. Wayne's conservative politics clashed with Widmark's more reserved views, fueling arguments that sometimes shut down filming for hours. Widmark would later describe the experience as terrible. Just terrible, admitting that he never forgave Wayne. Their feud never healed, standing as one of the rare cases where two Hollywood giants carried a grudge to the grave. Widmark also sparred with director Phil Karlson during the making of The Secret Ways. Unlike The Alamo, this time Widmark had more power. He was both the star and co-producer, and the screenplay had been written by his wife, Jean Hazelwood. Widmark envisioned a gritty, realistic spy thriller, while Karlson wanted something flashier, closer to James Bond. Their constant clashes over tone and execution left the set divided. Widmark eventually took matters into his own hands, stepping behind the camera himself to ensure the film stayed true to his vision. Though the final cut reflected a compromise, the ordeal revealed how fiercely Widmark defended authenticity and his refusal to let anyone dilute the story he believed in. Even with co-stars, Widmark was just as outspoken. When paired with Marilyn Monroe in Don't Bother to Knock in 1952, he found the experience infuriating. Monroe, though mesmerizing on screen, was often late to set, disappeared into her dressing room for hours, and struggled with her lines. Widmark, a disciplined and methodical actor, found it unbearable. He later described working with her as god-awful, impossible, really. Yet, he never attacked her character. He admitted Monroe was a nice person, but professionally inconsistent. His candid remarks revealed a stark contrast between Monroe's dazzling public image and the frustrating realities of working alongside her. And then there was one of Widmark's most surprising critiques, aimed not at a Hollywood colleague, but at the revered Russian director Andrei Tarkovsky. Known worldwide for poetic masterpieces like Solaris and Stalker, Tarkovsky was celebrated as one of cinema's great visionaries. But when asked about him during a film tribute, Widmark shocked everyone by bluntly saying, "Tarkovsky? He's a phony. He stinks." To Widmark, Tarkovsky's slow, abstract style wasn't profound, it was pretentious. He believed cinema should connect directly with audiences through clarity and intensity, not through endless, abstract meditations. His words revealed a deep divide between two very different schools of filmmaking and reinforced Widmark's reputation as a man who never softened his opinions for diplomacy's sake. Throughout his career, Richard Widmark earned as much recognition for his candor as for his performances. Whether it was a domineering director, an unreliable co-star, or even an internationally acclaimed filmmaker, Widmark spoke his truth without hesitation. For him, filmmaking wasn't about egos or reputations, it was about authenticity, discipline, and respect for the craft. His harsh words may have ruffled feathers, but they also painted a raw and honest portrait of what it was like to survive and thrive in the ruthless world of old Hollywood. What do you think about the co-stars and directors Richard Widmark couldn't stand? Were his criticisms fair, or was he too harsh? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's hidden tensions, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories from cinema's golden age.